Gus Coelho going eyeball to eyeball with the 5 of Andy Marquise. Remember, Andy Marquise led a lot of laps the last time we were in action, and he is going to go out to the advantage now.
No question about it. He is not only out, but he is pulled away from the opposition here. Out in front, it's Marquise with car number 5. Running in second as they come back to the stripe, it is the Alexandra Fern machine, car number 12, and she's starting to move in on our leader once again.
Alexandra Fern is usually pretty dangerous in the beginning of a race. Making a move, Johnny Walker, as he scampers underneath the 74, Brandon Michaels. And now Johnny Walker is on the attack against Gus Coelho.
There's no question about it. Walker goes to the outside, trying to pick up the spot. Will he be able to do it? To the bottom of turn number 1. He looks racy, and now he picks up position number 3. Look a little further back. Frank Latoile is coming to the front of the field. He is now among the top 7 positions, and also car number 47 is also coming to the front and looking very racy as well.
That's Scott Fanning, who is making his Stafford debut. We've seen him have a lot of good runs at Thompson, and right now he is in the upper tier of the field. At the front is the 5 of Andy Marquise. Could this be an instant replay of a week ago or 2 weeks ago when he led a lot of laps, but he couldn't lead the crucial ones at the end of the race? Now, Scott Fanning, he started 18th, is already in 8th.
He is sideways off the turn. Looks like maybe a tire going down. Yes, the right rear tire goes down in the 47. What a heartbreaker. But that car was a contender, Matt. He's going to be tough to beat here at Stafford in weeks to come.
Yeah, he looked good, and also looking good right now. Frank Latoile, car number 33, trying to go around Coelho. So it looks like that car has some firepower, as Frank Latoile is able to M16 his way around Coelho, and trying to duplicate that move is Jeff Jolly in the 2-car. Coelho shuts the door on him, however.
He certainly does, and Frank Latoile is now starting to reel in on
Trouble
Brandon
for the
Michael.
26.
Oh, boy. That goes around here off the 4th turn, gets it fired up, but just as he does, caution flag comes out because there is a second spin, and it is the 12 car of Alexandra Fern, which we believe spun after the fact, Matt.
Yeah, I think it spun to avoid the 26 of Paul Bourdon. So there is a 26 in the Renner race car machine. One guy I'd like to give a lot of credit to, Ben and the Dares. It's not unusual for a driver to be the crew chief. But for Gus Coelho's sake, not only does he drive, not only is he the crew chief of his own car, he's also the crew chief of his daughter's car. And only a dedicated guy like Joey Farino could make that kind of a commitment. So Gus Coelho, he is a driver, and he is a crew chief of 2 cars, and I don't think there's any other driver here at Stafford who has a workload like that one.
Wow. I can't believe with all those distractions, you got all that out, man.
Well, I learned, who was sitting in his chair. It just rubbed off. As we get ready almost for a restart. And we'll see if Andy Marquise's car is as strong after the caution as it was before. And maybe the fastest pony in the merry-go-round was Johnny Walker in car number 01. Johnny Walker came very close to winning a championship last year, so I think he has a big chip on his shoulder heading into 2014.
Brandon Michael is also a big factor tonight, and Frank Latoile, his grandparents are here in the house watching him, so let's see what's going to happen as they come off turn number 4. The green flag comes back out from Tim Bennett on the starter stand, and Marquise is still trying to hold on, but Alexandra Fern and Johnny Walker is giving him a run for the money. Look at Frank Latoile, Matt. He's coming to the front and already tasting the sweets of victory. It is Jeff Jolly with car number 2 this year. He's among the top 6 cars. This is not over with yet.
Boy, Frank Latoile able to zip line his way underneath temporarily against Fern in the number 3 position. So Latoile has come a long way to make a podium run. In front is Marquise, but he has to worry about the presence of that 01 car, the Black Label Kid.
Off the turn, down to the stripe they come. Cross flags in the air from Tim Bennett, meaning half of the event is all but history. 7 laps into the record books. battle still for the third spot. Moving on to the podium is Frank Latoile with car 33. This is not over with yet. 8 circuits remain. All of a sudden, here comes the number 3 car, also threading the needle through traffic rather impressively as well.
Yeah, he is in a hurry. Ryan Ferd, as he gets underneath his sister, and now he is going after Jeff Jolly in the 2 car. They swing it off the corner, and Jolly comes to life. He's able to put some distance. Johnny Walker is going for the lead against Andy Marquise.
They are side by side, closer than most people park as they head through turn number 4. A brand new leader emerges. It is Johnny Walker out in front, but it's not over with yet. Frank Latoile has moved into the second spot with car number 33. 9 laps of 15 are now complete. All of a sudden, Jolly has also picked up a spot or 2 here, but it is Walker who brings them back to the line. 5 laps to go.
And let's see what Ryan Ferd can do with car number 3 as he dive bombs his way underneath Marquise. This is a battle for third. Contact going around is the Marquise car, as it looked like there was contact between he and the 3, like a teacher clapping 2 erasers together. And the man who got caught in the crosshairs was Andy Marquise on lap number 10.
Marquise comes to a stop on the bottom of the racetrack. Alexandra Fern was also a victim of circumstances as she sits underneath the Napa Auto Care Center's billboard as we are back under caution with 5 circuits remaining in this event. Oh, we've got a situation that has developed underneath or just to the right of the Extra Mart convenience store billboard as the number 3 of Fern. And it looks like the 36 of Billy McNeil.
So they were tangled up in turn number 3. Bill McNeil is technically a rookie driver. Whoop, almost. As Ryan Ferd tucks it in behind Billy McNeil's number 38 car. He's technically a rookie driver, as we were saying, Ben, but he has been around the block a long time. Also at not just here, but at Thompson and Waterford. So it is Johnny Walker trying to get his first win of the year. Remember, Frank Latoile ended the season in such a great binge of victories. So he is going to be tough down the stretch on this double file restart. And Andy Marquise, he has led a lot of laps in the last 2 races, but unfortunately he doesn't have much to show for it.
No, unfortunately he has had no luck at all, and heartbreaking situation again for him. He's a nice guy, to be honest with you, too, when you talk to him in the paddock area. So it looks like we are about ready to double them back up.
And one thing I wanted to say, I think we have the opportunity. The reason that 2 car is pretty fast, it is put together by Corey Casagrande, as Corey Casagrande prepares that number 2 car.
And we just received word from Race Central that car number 36 has been given the consultation flag for over-aggression while under the yellow. 10 of 15 circuits into our Dare Stock feature event, final feature of the night. Coming up on the 20th of June, the first of 3 visits to the Modified Racing Series to the Stafford Motor Speedway, a banner field of cars. Last year, Stafford had the biggest field of MRS cars of any racetrack that they visit, and that's quite an accomplishment. Tim Bennett on the starter stand just giving the 36 car that consultation flag. Lights are off on the safety vehicle at the point. 5 circuits remaining. Johnny Walker on the inside of the front row. Frank Latoile on the outside. Family operation. Good group. Let's see what's going to happen as we're about to go back to green. Walker with the advantage. Brandon Michael Also emerging among the top cars. And look at Jolly, the Deuce, up to the 3rd spot is David Como, also running very strong in the top 5. Walker brings him back to the line, and now Jolly makes a bid for it in 2nd, trying to get down underneath Frank Latoile. Latoile will shut the door rather impressively. Jolly has to settle back for 3rd, Brandon Michael for 4th, and Dave Como among the top 5. Walker in command, hits his marks every time. Down the back straightaway. This time, when they come to the line, 2 circuits to go. Johnny Walker out of Ludlow, Mass. The Bourbeau welding machine. 1 mile left in this one. If Frank Latoile has been saving anything, he's got to show it now. Down the back straightaway. Jolly still in the 3rd spot. Deep into turn number 3. Off the 4th turn. Back to the line they come. Final circuit.
And this will be a tough one for Johnny Walker because all over him is the 33 of Latoile. Latoile going outside. Now trying to make a move on the bottom. Closing the door is Johnny Walker. They thunder their way into turn number 3. Johnny Walker is 2 turns away from a victory. Latoile, does he have anything left? They scorch their way off the 4th quarter for the final time. Johnny Walker will gallop across the line. Latoile 2nd, Jolly 3rd, Como 4th, and Brandon Michael will round out the top 5. So that is the way it ends, and Johnny Walker getting his first win of the season.
And look right down front. The Walker fan club are there.
Wicker hats.
Yes, sir.
You know, Johnny Walker went to the 99-cent store before the Spring Sizzler pit party, and he bought about 25 of those hats, and he gave them all out. So, when a Johnny Walker fan is near, because they have those wicker hats, it's always a party for the Black Label Kid. Frank Latoile, best race of the year for him.
Good run for him.
And Jeff Jolly in that Corey Casagrande prepared car had a good, solid outing and a good way to end the night. What a great night. 7 features tonight. Big wins for some of the brand names here at Stafford, like Kobe and Priest. And joining them tonight is a young kid from Chicopee whose dad was a doctor. He didn't want him to race. He had to finally talk him into letting him participate in motorsports, and he has done a great job here at Stafford. Johnny Walker. So Kelly LaMesa, I believe, is there, ready to interview our winner. And as soon as she is ready, we will be hearing from Kelly, who will be talking to Johnny Walker.
For the hat. There's the hat. Congratulations, Johnny, on your first win of the season.
Man, this feels a great place. This place never gets old. This is our 2nd time here, and I don't know, it just feels great to be here. I gotta thank a lot of people. There's been a lot of 2 o'clock alignments, I'd like to say. Oh wow, what a car we had! It was just perfect the whole way through.
All right, great. Thanks a lot.
Wait, come. I really got a special thanks to Kickback Motorsports. They've helped me out a real lot lately getting this car back in square. I got to thank my crew, Richie, Aaron, Ben, Emily, Zach. I really got to thank my mom. It's her birthday again this week. We won this race last year. I think that's everything. Bourbeau Welding, awesome. And Rat Auto Machine. All right, great.
Thanks a lot, Johnny. And in 2nd place, no stranger to victory lane, is Frank Latoile Jr. Seeing you a lot lately.
Yeah, it's my crew's got me going in the right direction, but I'm at a loss for words right now. I didn't think we could start off this good. I got to thank my dad and Gil and Roger and my aunt and oh man, Mike Prock. I so bad at this interview thing. I gotta
Who would you like to thank?
thank sponsor-wise. I got Coleman Wines, Minuteman Press, Pump Service, Jet Electric, Wild Thing Carts, so many others that I can't think of right now. But Dave at Auto Machine, he helps us out every chance he can. But thanks everybody for staying.
Thank you. And the third place, who was pretty impressive 2 weeks, Jeff Jolly. You had a win last week, and you're in victory row again.
Yeah, thanks. It was a good run. Congratulations to Johnny. Good run for him. And, yeah, you know, Casa Grande Motorsports car was good. Got to thank Rick and Corey for putting it together for us. Ameriprise, North Haven Animal Hospital, Rand Mike Stelly, everybody that helps us out. And I forgot to thank Berardi Transmissions last week. They give us great transmissions. Rad Auto Machine for good horsepower, and BFR for setting up the car.
Thanks a lot.
Then it's car number 32, sponsored by Pools by Murphy and Cafe 1650. The driver from Waterbury, Kyle Rogers.
Then it's car number 76, the Sign Pro Manafort Brothers car from Farmington, Connecticut. It is Dana DiMatteo.
Car number 16 will be next in the overhead door from Worcester-sponsored car. The driver is Jordan Lamoth.
And then we'll go to the number 03 machine. That is Katarina LaBelle out of Plainville, Connecticut, in the LaBelle paving car.
As we are getting ready to go to work, let's see, the field charges off of the fourth quarter, and we are almost ready for a start. Connor Halderback is in car number 3, Katarina LaBelle in the 03, and let's go to the infield for a pre-race look at tonight's Legend feature. Instead, we are going to go to work. Let's see if we get a start, and we do. And Joey Wallens has a great start. Trouble for Christopher Fuller as he drops off the pace immediately.
Car number 82 is already coming to the front of the field. That, of course, is Mikey Christopher making his magic known as he takes over second. Behind him and hunting him down is the number 24 car. That, of course, is Mickey Flynn. Flynn looking racy in that green machine, Matt. All of a sudden, Fuller gets a little crossed up. They are 3 wide as they head down the backstretch.
And Corey DiMatteo is able to escape problems. There's smoke coming from the 76 car of Dana DiMatteo, his older brother. So DiMatteo scampers underneath the 32 of Kyle Rogers, making the move to get into fourth place. Joey Ternulo has a huge lead. Mike Christopher Jr., Ben, is red hot. He has 6 Legend victories already this year.
No question about it. He's looking for win number 7. 3 laps are up on the big board. Battle is for the 3rd spot as the 24 machine of Mickey Flynn trying to hold off. But look at the charge, and the inside lane looks racy, picking up the 3rd position. Moving on the podium is the number 76 machine, and that is Dana, making his presence known. A little further back in the field, we've got him also starting to move forward.
And Teddy Hodgson makes a move against a 12-year-old. Connor Halderback is the driver of car number 3. He is only 12 years old. Joey Ternulo.
Trouble now. We've got one around. It is the 24 car that goes around, and that is Mickey Flynn. And involved in the altercation is the 75 car of Corey DiMatteo out of Farmington, Connecticut. So they will bring out the caution. 5 of the 20 circuits are in. If you've just joined us here tonight, we want to remind you that we welcome each and every one of you on behalf of our good friends at TSI Harley-Davidson. We'll be talking a lot about a lot of things going on there for the good folks at TSI Harley-Davidson. And in addition to that, we want to remind you that here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, Dave's Flea Market is going to be taking place. We'll tell you a lot about that. But right now, let's go back down and see if we've got more information trackside with Kelly Lamisa.
Thank you, Ben. It is on. I have no idea. Ben? All right. All right, Ben, this week's driver in the spotlight is the number 3 car, Connor Halderback. From quarter midgets to legends, this 12-year-old has got experience. I asked him earlier today how it felt to race on Friday nights in Stafford. His comment, it's so cool. All right, back to you, Ben and Matt.
Well, that's a great comment for a great and talented young man. Let's see what's going to happen. They're single file, Matt. We were starting to talk about Dave's Flea Market. Great place to look for deals. Great place to come. Great place to clean out that garage or attic and turn it into cash.
Yeah, it'll be held here at Stafford the third Sunday of every month, starting June 15th. So it'll be free admission for the public, free parking. It'll be the third Sunday of every month from 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. Now, vendor space, there are a limited number available, but only for $25, $10 for a table rental. If you want more information, you can call the track office or this email address, David Arute at StaffordSpeedway.com. David Arute at StaffordSpeedway.com, and he'll tell you everything to know about Dave's Flea Market.
You know, there's an awful lot going on out and about. We remind you that coming up later this fall, seeing tonight, is TSI Harley-Davidson night. In September, the 15th annual Wishes on Wheels Truck Convoy will benefit the Make-A-Wish Foundation. The convoy starts and returns to Rentschler Field in East Hartford. They'll have special raffles of a 2015 Harley-Davidson Street Glide and a whole lot more. For more information about that, you can check in with those folks. Through 14 years, the Wishes on Wheels has raised in excess of $930,000. For more information about this great cause, you may contact the folks at TSI Harley-Davidson.
And with your help this year, they can go over the $1 million mark. So that'll be quite an accomplishment. Joey Ternullo, a 17-year-old high school junior from Xavier High School in Middletown, going against a Wolcott High School student, Mike Christopher Jr., and Ternullo gets the jump.
He gets the jump, but Christopher on the outside. Caution flag comes out. Apparently was not the start that our starter was looking for. He's going to tighten them all back up, and we'll try it all over again. We remind you that here in the main grandstand area, directly behind the starter stand, there are some yellow, what we refer to as VIP seats. Now, you must have a special ticket for these seats, and tickets are available at the main ticket booth. These are among the best viewing seats in the house. They have a comfortable chair with a back on it, and of course, we've got a lot of regulars like the Arbitels and Rosemary and everybody in the VIP section of our grandstand. So why not head down there and make a purchase of one of the tickets to set and treat yourself tonight for a little VIP seating here from the Stafford Motor Speedway. Christopher alongside. Let's see what's going to happen, Matt, as they're paired up in rows of two. Did not like the start the last time by, 5 of 20. If you've just joined us, this is the first feature event of the night. These are the Legends cars. They come off turn number 4. Here's Matt Buckler with the call.
And once again, a great getaway for Joey Walnuts, Joey Ternullo, as he is able to pounce on the lead. Christopher trailing. Now, Dana DiMatteo in car number 76. He has won championships in this division, and right now he is agonizing the back bumper of Mike Christopher's car.
Remember, Christopher has 6 victories to his credit. He's considered the big dog, but punting him down is another talented driver as Dana has the credentials to pull it off as well. And all of a sudden, Kyle Rogers with that 32 car is factor number 4. They're pretty much single file. Caution flag comes out. It is car number 3, and that is Connor. Interesting story that Joe Koss was telling me about a week ago. I'm going to get him to chime in on this situation here in a moment or so. But this young man is literally 11 years of age. And when he went to go sign in the paddock area, they said, wait a minute, you're too young. You can't do that. He said, but I'm a race car driver. I'm a real race car driver. They said, no, we're not going to fall for that line. We've heard every trick in the book, and so forth with it. In reality, he is not old enough as yet. However, when it comes time to race, they march this young man right to his car, strap him in, and he comes out and competes in the Legend cars like so many of the young, talented kids. This is the proving ground. And, you know, here at the Stafford Motor Speedway, we used to refer to this, the Legends track, as the Manafort Mini Mile. And it was literally the foundation of Legends racing here in the Northeast. This is where it all began, right here in this arena.
And the Manafort name lives on because Dana DiMatteo and Corey DiMatteo, their uncle, John Manafort.
Yes, and it still is the Manafort Mini Mile. It all started back then, and we've seen so much talent. And these are a wide variety of youngsters coming up through the ranks. The Fuller,
Christopher
young man.
Fuller, of
Yep.
course, his
Yes.
dad works on the 99 car, the crew chief.
Yep.
Rowan Penix. SK Modified. It looks like Connor Holderback is not going to be able to finish this race, as he is going to get yanked from the racetrack. It's amazing. 12 years old, and he has won championships at every form of racing that he has been involved in. So that is quite a resume. Now, car number 21 was practicing today, but he didn't make it out for the feature. That's Richie Coy, who also had a big commute to get here. He's from Haskell, New Jersey, and he has raced every form of motorsports that there is, including modifieds. And he said he's retired, so he wanted to go and compete against the kids. Unfortunately, he was unable to get his car back for the main event tonight.
Well, you know, we have a lot of racing going on throughout the month of June here at the Stafford Motor Speedway as the Stars and Cars of the Valente Modified Racing Series. They will make their first of 3 visits coming up in just 2 weeks on June 20th. It'll be Town Fair Tire Night, 80 laps of competition. Tickets are family priced. Order your tickets in advance. But join us as the Modified Racing Series shine for event 1 of 3 coming up on June 20th. Don't forget, next week we kick off the summer season with fireworks in the air and fireworks on the racetrack as well. Field crosses over. They double up. Michael Christopher on the outside. Joey Ternulo on the inside. Now, Joey has been very strong, but Mike Christopher has 6 victories looking for win number 7.
Dad said today early he didn't think his car was as good as it could be. So we'll see how it works on this restart. And Joey Ternulo, once again, is the master of the restart.
Ternulo does a great job. Christopher drifts up the racetrack just a bit, and all of a sudden, Dana DiMatteo is up to second. Christopher fights back. They come off turn number 4, and all of a sudden, factor number 5 becomes a red race car that is coming to the front for Jordan Lamoth with that number 16 car.
As he torments the back bumper with the Kyle Rogers car, number 32. Fuller is behind him. Corey DiMatteo came very close to the wall. And tucking in behind him, another graduate of the Wild Thing Karts in car number 28, Teddy Hodgson.
This time, cross flags in the air, indicating we are halfway through this 20-lap event for the Legends cars. And out in front, Joey Ternulo has been, well, Superman in the first half. But
And
the
he
heat is
says-
on, and look at the red 16 car for Jordan Lamoth.
He has some momentum as he tries to cannonball his way underneath the 32 of Kyle Rogers. Not enough voltage that time to make it work. Joey Ternulo said he loves this track and the challenges that it presents. So right now, he has learned his lessons in a hurry, has learned the lay of the land, and he continues to lead by about the length of a surfboard over Dana DiMatteo.
As they come back to the stripe, no one is giving up any of the real estate up front as they run nose to tail. All of a sudden, car number 10 gets a little bit out of shape. Ternulo gets crossed up, moving in. Dana DiMatteo on the inside. Lead change, 13 laps in. DiMatteo takes over the lead. Mike Christopher rim rides to the bottom. He'll take over second. And once the leader now finds himself on the final spot on the podium, but the heat is there.
He got demoted from first to third. Couldn't keep his car on the inside groove. And now Dana DiMatteo, a student at Central Connecticut State University in New Britain, is dominating against Mike Christopher. Maybe the best battle is for third. Ternulo trying to protect his turf and knocking on the door. Kyle Rogers in the 32. Jordan Lamoth in car number 16.
Kyle Rogers still trying to get into this action up front. Leader comes up on a lapped automobile. It is the 31 of Noah Connor. Christopher squeaks on by.
It might be tougher for Ternulo, however, to do it. Let's see what he does. Darts right underneath the 31.
Not a problem there. All of a sudden, 16 is on the binders. Inside lane opens up, and 3 cars squeak on through. 2 circuits to go. 2 different leaders. Car 76 started 7th. Dana DiMatteo. White flag is out, Matt. Final circuit.
Could this be a coronation lap? Lap car in the way. Caterina Labella in the 03. No problems for Dana DiMatteo as he barrels his way out of the fourth corner.
At the line, it is Matteo to take down the win. Mike Christopher to finish in second. Early leader. Joey Ternulo to finish among the top 3 cars. And the winner does a quick spin in celebration after securing the victory. Car number 32 unofficially will finish among the top 4 positions. And that, of course, is the 32 machine of Kyle Rogers. And rounding out the top 5 is Jordan Lamoth with the number 16 car.
Very smart race by Dana DiMatteo as he waited until Joey Ternulo got in trouble. Ternulo drifted high, and then it was a power move by Dana DiMatteo to get his way into victory lane. So in 2 legend races this year, we have had the DiMatteo brothers grab wins. Corey grabbed a win on opening night, and tonight the victory was collected by Double D. Dana DiMatteo, multi-time champion in the Legends at the Waterford Speed Bowl. Started when he was in high school at Farmington High. Now has gone on to college. But tonight he was very patient in the beginning, very aggressive at the end, and it was enough to get him a victory. Mike Christopher Jr. in second, and Joey Walnuts, who dominated, the first 15 laps, he will settle for a top 3. So a great way to start our program as we get ready for our victory lane ceremonies. And handling our victory lane for the Legend cars from Bolton, Connecticut, it will be Kelly Lamessa.
Okay. All right, Dana, congratulations on your win today. I heard you got a new engine. It worked out well for you, huh?
Yeah, every time we seem to put a new engine in these cars, they seem to go fast right off the bat. Just got to thank Jags and Jason Palmer for coming through and getting us a motor for this week. Those guys help out big. They put a lollipop on the car actually 2 nights ago, and I can't thank them enough. The Manafort brothers, my Uncle John, Island Cove Marina, FK Rodens, what I got, everyone here, DCI, Fragola, and U.S. Engine Shop.
All right, great. Congratulations again.
In an effort to hold on to that lead, got a little bit crossed up, and that puts car number 66 for Justin Bren to the front of the class.
And Austin Bassett has navigated his way into the top 3. They swirl around the corner, trying to make a move on the inside is Jesse Hines as he gets the advantage over the gold car of Norman Sears.
Norman Sears making his presence known in the outside groove. Keep your eyes on David Arute, as he is one of those drivers that usually kind of paces himself in the first quarter of the event, and then he starts to pick up the momentum, and he's going to be a factor as well. Provost looking racy at this point in the event. Back up front, Bassett chases down Paul Arute for second, but they are side by side a little further back. Car number 04 and Sears in that yellow number 71.
Yeah, Albert Saunders looking for some racing room.
Trouble.
In that green number 04.
Paul Arute's car suddenly became evil as it did an unusual thing and got crossed up, forcing him off the pace. Mechanical woes again for Paul Arute. What a heartbreaker there.
Dwayne Provost getting underneath him in car number 88, and now Barkowski is getting under that number 82 car. Big lead by a cow pasture for Justin Bren in car number 66. Trying to chase him down is Austin Bassett, and this is the best opening performance yet for Storm and Norman Sears as he is holding his own against Jesse Hines.
Meanwhile, fastest car in the racetrack, Austin Bassett, 22.036. Bassett closes up the gap rather rapidly on the leader, which is car number 66 for Justin Bren. Mid-pack of cars. Provost, David Arute, Saunders, and Hines all hunting down Sears, looking for a spot on the podium. 6 laps of 20 now in the record books.
So maybe a good battle between David Arute and Albert Saunders as they go by the scoreboard. It is the Arute trying to dip at the heels of the 04 car. Also right there is Dwayne Provost. So that's a very interesting 3-car battle. And at the top of the field, it looks like the lead is evaporating for Justin Bren. And right now, the fastest bullet in the holster belongs to the 64 of Austin Bassett.
Bassett is reeling him in like a Tom and Jerry cat and mouse cartoon as he comes off turn number 4. He's closed up the gap ever so slightly, but cannot do it as yet. Mid-pack of cars, Saunders fighting off David Arute, and with the Provost machine there, 8 laps up on the board. They're almost to the magic number of 10, Matt, and that's when they turn up the wick.
So we have a 3-ring circus in ring number 1. It's a battle for the lead between Bren and Bassett. Ring number 2, the fight for third between Sears and Hines. And in ring number 3, we have the 04 of Albert Saunders holding off David Arute. It looked like Bassett was going to make a charge, then thought better of it. But there's no question, Bassett is a serious customer tonight against Justin Bren. We have a problem in turn number 1.
Nojek goes around with car number 00. 9 laps into the event, we go to the first caution, and this is going to change the entire complexion of this event.
Now we want to remind everybody we have a big fundraiser going on tomorrow at Sonny's Place. It is for Alan Hinckley, who is 8 years old. Last week, he underwent his 3rd major brain operation of the year, and I heard his grandfather talk on the radio earlier this week and saying how his grandson is doing fine, but a big fundraiser tomorrow at Sonny's Place as we go to pit road and check in with Tony Sutton.
Well, actually, I'm back on the midway here, and the Make-A-Wish folks have got a 2014 Harley-Davidson Super Glide that they are going to be raffling off for Make-A-Wish, and I tell you what, that's a great cause that you guys underwrite, and tell me a little bit about your involvement.
Well, we started Wishes on Wheels 15 years ago. Keith Herzig started this, and we have a truck convoy. It's in September, and we raise money for Make-A-Wish. And the bike is a big part of our raffle. The raffle is a big part of our fundraising.
Well, I'll tell you what, there are a lot of causes, but this is one of the best ones I know of because it gives young people an opportunity to fulfill a dream of theirs that are being that are ill or incapacitated, and it's a great organization. And a nice ride, nice looking ride. You want to come down here and check it out. $20 for a ticket, and they're going to, at the end, August, right? In September, we'll send it back upstairs.
So Tony is all over the place. You know that old commercial, Tony Sutton is everywhere. And Wishes on Wheels, it is, boy, it's been going on for a long time, and I think this year they're going to go over the $1 million mark in donations. So right now it's a great battle between Justin Bren and Austin Bassett, and we'll see who will have the advantage on this double file restart. Coming up next, we will have the 3rd installment, the 3rd chapter of the season-long battle known as the Whelen Modified Tour. Battle number 1, it was Justin Bonsignore winning the Icebreaker. Battle number 2, Bobby Santos winning his 3rd Spring Sizzler. And Bobby Santos, who was the fastest in time trial, but that was so long ago, I don't know if that is going to hold up tonight. We'll have to wait and see. Right now, let's see if Justin Bren's car can hold up on this double file restart.
They rumble to the line, and Bren gets a nice run. Sears becomes a factor, and Bassett, car 64, is stuck in the outside lane. Bren still the leader of the pack, and Sears has now moved into 2nd. Here comes the big dogs in this one as well, as Bassett is stuck in the outside lane. Hines and Provost is there, Matt.
And Provost, who has the confidence this year, is going to try to make a move on the bottom. He has the giddy up to try to blockbuster his way underneath the 64 of Austin Bassett.
They are side by side. Bassett slips up the racetrack. Give position number 4 to car number 88. Meanwhile, the 9 car of Andrew Hayes is now in the top 5, and Austin Bassett's quick race car is starting to show the worst of the wear as David Arute.
Power move. Albert Saunders gets into second. Up high in no man's land is Stormin Norman, and it is Provost to move into third. So Sears got caught in Ice Road Truckers country, high in the groove, and making him pay, where Albert Saunders and Dwayne Provost, and now also trying to make him pay, is the 9 car. Look at Hayes go underneath the 71.
And while that's happening, here comes Provost. Inside move to the other Saunders combination as he now moves into second. Provost, car number 88, started way in the mid-pack of cars in the 12th spot. He's up to second.
There's no question that he has passed more cars than anyone in the race. We have a problem on the backstretch. A car backpedaling with some damage to the left rear.
That's the Nozick machine.
Boy, he has lived up to his name as a Bristol Basher, as that car looks like a piñata at a children's birthday party and brings out the yellow with 6 laps to go. And Justin Bren, this is going to be a very interesting restart. It changes the game because it'll be Bren against Dwayne Provost. Let's go to the midway. You never know who Tony is going to be talking to next. So, Tony, it's all yours.
Thank you very much. Bob Engelhart has written a book called Track Rat, and reading the back cover, it's about short track racing, and the cover picture was taken right here at Stafford Speedway. Tell us a little bit about the background of the book.
Well, I witnessed the tragic death of Shane Hammond at Thompson International Speedway, the first race of the season in 2008. And it was so traumatic for me that I had to write about it. And in writing about it, my wife suggested I should write about how I became a fan as a child. And so I combined that in the book.
Well, I'll tell you what, it looks like a very interesting read. I'm going to get myself a copy. If you'd like some signed autograph copy, they're available down here. And Bob's going to be here for a little while, and I'll tell you what, this is an interesting read, and I think everyone who's liked short track racing should take a moment to come down, take a look at it, meet Bob, and get yourself a copy.
Sounds very exciting and very, very good. So a lot of great items. That would be a great item to give to Dad on Father's Day as well, as it looks like we're doubling the field up. Lights are off on the safety vehicle from Whelen Engineering at the point. Great job done by car number 66, Justin Bren from Palmer, Mass. Started in the 4th spot. His dad competed here at Stafford in the old All-American Sportsman 6-cylinder division. Was a pretty strong front runner when that division originated here at the half mile.
Let's see what Bren can do. He is going to get some heat from the 88 of Provost. And Bren gets a pretty good giveaway. But look at Provost. He is putting his foot down in turn number 2.
But Bren isn't about to give up the real estate, and that's position number 1. Also heading to the front is Albert Saunders. Into second, Sears has been there, shifted back, and he's now going forward again. And just as predicted, Hayes, David Arute, and Hines are also coming to the top of this lineup.
David Arute trying to crowbar his way underneath Andrew Hayes in car number 9. It seems that the car that starts on the outside on a restart is in trouble, and that is the case for Dwayne Provost. It was the case for Austin Bassett. And this time, Albert Saunders moves into second. And Norm Sears, he is going to try to screwdriver his way into the top 3. And Sears does it. Hayes moves into 4th.
Hayes up to the 4th spot. Now, all of a sudden, David Arute sets in the 6th spot as Provost and Hayes are side by side. Here comes David Arute. On the inside, they are almost 3 wide as they dive to the bottom of turn 1.
This is what David Arute does. Very quiet in the beginning, very rowdy at the end. As he moves into the top 5, following him is Jesse Hines in car number 24. Provost is fighting for his life on the outside, and it's David Arute who roller coasters his way into the top 5.
David Arute comes on strong late in the event. Like days of old, 18 laps of 20. Leader is still Bren. He has been very, very strong as the dominant car. Great run also for the 04 of Albert Saunders. And Sears, the comeback kid. White flag is out. One more trip around the half mile. And it looks like Justin Bren has performed to perfection. He heads to turn 3 for the final time. Off the 4th turn. Ladies and gentlemen, he'll cross the stripe. Justin Bren has held off the best in the limited late models to take down the victory. Finishing in second. Good run for car number 04 for Albert Saunders. Sears among the top 3. And then it looks like Hayes for the 4th spot and Mark Arute unofficially for 5.
So David Arute doing a good job to round out our top 5. Then it was Hines to finish in the number 6 position. So this will be a night that Justin Bren will never forget. It looked like he was invulnerable a couple times. Once when he restarted against Austin Bassett, he won that battle. And another time, his lead looked to be in jeopardy when he restarted against the 88 of Dwayne Provost. And once again, he took charge in that one. So a much-deserved win for Austin Bren. He has been trying to do this for a long time, and he finally pulled it off tonight. In second is the 04 of Albert Saunders, and Norman Sears will round out our top 3. Coming up next, you already see the teams of the Modified Tour making their way toward the turn 3 gate. They will get set up, and then we'll be ready for one of the great shows of the year, the TSI Harley-Davidson 125. Bobby Santos will be leading the field around, looking for his second win of the year. So it is going to be a chromium pandemonium here at Stafford coming up next. But right now, we're getting ready to go to our victory lane area as Justin Bren will be climbing out of the car. And no doubt he will have a big smile on his face. This was not an easy win. There he is. He is out of the car. Let's go to Napa Victory Lane.
Justin Bren, first career victory at Stafford Motor Speedway, clambering it out of car number 66. An absolutely dominating performance for Justin Bren in the limited late models after a slow start to the season, but boy, he definitely had a rocket ship tonight. Getting congratulations from his friends and family. Justin, how's it going? Talk about your run out there. You were flying out there, to say the least.
I got to thank Rob Russell and Tony from TA for the power and the handling in the car. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here right now. I got to thank my dad. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be racing. That's a big thank you to Dad. I got to thank my sponsors. I got to thank Patera Chevy, Tibbetts Optical, Asylum Fitness, McDonald Builders, D&M Auto, Performance Auto, Trackside Motors, Inland Docks, BA Muzio. I hope Nets for the tires. I thank everybody. Hopefully I didn't miss anybody. I got to thank everybody who's helped me. This is big.
A big night indeed for Justin Bren. His first career win in the limited late models and his first career win here at the Stafford Motor Speedway.